Bueno, Piyu. No, Piyu. Bueno.
Pull the trigger, ride the bullet, cut the code wrapped around your.
Welcome to Aquatic Wetline. Aquatic Wetline is an aquarium and tropical fish themed live stream video podcast hosted by Aqua Alex Cardinale. A tropical fish keeper since the young age of 12, Alex has kept everything from monster predatory fish, Oscar cichlids, red-tail catfish, arowanas, bikers, and even stingrays, to community fish, angelfish, discus, tetras, loaches, to saltwater fish. Aqua Alex loves the aquarium hobby and loves sharing his passion and experience with fellow fish hobbyists. Fish keepers, be sure to enjoy this episode. Share this episode on social media. Now let Aqua Alex chat fish.
Hello, tropical fish keepers! Welcome to a special episode of Aquatic Wetline. I'm your host, the one and the only Aqua Alex Cardinale. And tonight I am broadcasting live in front of my fancy goldfish and aquatic snail aquarium. Tonight's topic is just that, goldfish. Tonight I'm going to tell you 10 things you should know about goldfish. Now, over the last couple of months, I've taken a real interest in goldfish. So much so that I turned my 55-gallon into a fancy goldfish aquarium, and I turned my 75-gallon into a goldfish / koi grow out tank for a pond that I'm going to do for my birthday. I really love goldfish. Now, for many years, I didn't think goldfish were something that I would be interested in keeping because I viewed them as dirty fish because they don't have stomachs. But they're an interesting fish to keep, especially the fancy goldfish. So tonight, I'm going to talk about the many different types of goldfish, the history of goldfish, and how to keep and care for them in the home aquarium. Plus, I'm going to show a video of my one Aranda goldfish that I have currently and my shabumpkins. Maybe my orange Aranda will make an appearance behind me. Maybe you'll see him through the live stream, but you'll see him in just a few moments here on today's show. Now, I only have one fancy goldfish at the moment, but I've got 3 more coming, and I can't wait to get them. All right, so for anyone that is tuned in live, if you have any questions on goldfish, feel free to post them in the comments. Also, what do you like about goldfish? Let me know in the comments. Fish keepers, feel free to interact in the comments. So let's go ahead and get this show started. Right now, I'm going to start by talking about what I like about goldfish and my favorite goldfish. What I like about goldfish is that they're very hardy. They're super easy to take care of. All you really need to do for a goldfish aquarium is have excellent filtration and do daily or every other day water changes to make sure their water quality is superb. The only thing about goldfish is they need superb water quality because they're prone to ammonia, and ammonia can cause ammonia burns in goldfish. So they do need pristine water, and you can accomplish that by doing plenty of water changes. But the reward is worth it. Goldfish have a lot of personality and they're enjoyable. I like to watch my orange oranda swim around and eat food off the bottom. So I love how hardy goldfish are. I love that there are many different types of goldfish. You've got your common goldfish, you've got your shabbunkins, then you've got your fancy bodied goldfish like the orandas, ryukins, ranchus, and the lionheads. Those are all really cool. And I like that most goldfish are very affordable. There's definitely a goldfish for everyone. That's what I like about goldfish. What do you like about goldfish? Let me know in the comments. What are my favorite types of goldfish? Well, growing up, I always had a lot of respect for the Aranda goldfish. I thought Aranda goldfish were very beautiful, and I still think that. As a matter of fact, the only fancy goldfish that I have currently is an Aranda goldfish. I really love the red cap Aranda. The red cap Aranda, I would say, hands down, is my favorite fancy goldfish. And then I like the orange Arandas, I like the Ryukins, I like the black Moors, and all those great goldfish. All right, are you guys ready to see my goldfish? Now, I'm ready to show off my Aranda goldfish and my Shabunkins that I got a couple of weeks ago with my friend. Here are my goldfish. Here's my Oranda goldfish. This was the very first goldfish I got, and he's loving life in his 55-gallon. Right now, he's the only fancy goldfish I have, but I've got some awesome other fancy goldfish coming in soon. So he's the only goldfish in here, and he's got a couple of snail tank mates. They do a good job taking care of the algae in here. But this is my Aranda goldfish. Beautiful fish. I never thought I'd like goldfish, but I love them. I can't wait to get my red cap Aranda goldfish. Here is one of my two shabunkins that I'm growing out for my koi pond. These guys are going to go at my koi. And as you can see, the shabunkin is very, very pretty goldfish. There's my second one. The second one is the most beautiful one. Very, very pretty. Look at that orange on him. So there's my two shabunkins. I'm also growing out some comet goldfish to go in my koi pond. These goldfish are hard to film because the water's not crystal clear like the other goldfish tank. Alright, well hopefully you enjoyed seeing my goldfish. Alright, so there you have it. That was my beautiful Oranda goldfish and my Shabumpkin goldfish. Now let's talk about 10 things you should know about goldfish. Up first, we're going to learn about the different types of goldfish. There are plenty of types of goldfish out there. So let me go ahead and go over all the different types of goldfish. So up first, we're going to talk about the common goldfish. Now, the common goldfish is the little goldfish you'll find at Petco, PetSmart, and local fish stores as a feeder fish. People buy these to feed their predatory fish. Common goldfish have a slim body and a single tail. They tend to be very inexpensive and, like I said, are often sold as feeder fish for predatory fish. Common goldfish, on average, can live 10 to 15 years, but can live greater than 20 years and reach sizes of 12 to 14 inches. Their scales are metallic and can be orange, red, yellow, black, white, gray, silver, and almost any combination of those colors. They are very hardy and can survive in aquariums or ponds. And also very cheap. So with them being hardy and cheap, it makes them a good beginner fish. But people need to realize that these common goldfish get big, they produce a lot of waste, and they need a big aquarium with plenty of filtration. You cannot throw these guys in fish bowls, and we'll talk about that later on in the show. So, the next goldfish, which is another common goldfish or another regular body goldfish, is the comet goldfish. Very similar to the common goldfish. Comet goldfish have a slim body and a single tail, but they differ from common goldfish by having a slimmer body and a long forked tail. They are slightly smaller than common goldfish, but are just as hardy and easy to care for. They have metallic scales and can be a combination of orange, white, yellow, black, and there's also a Sarasa comet, which is a white body with red fins. They are usually bicolored and rarely are a single color. And that is the comet goldfish. Up next for the common regular bodied goldfish, we've got my favorite, and that is this beautiful Shabumpkin goldfish. Now, Shabumpkins are another type of slim bodied, single tailed goldfish, and they're defined by their calico coloration, which includes a spotted combination of blue, orange, white, and black. They come in multiple varieties, including the American Shabumpkin, which looks like a calico comet goldfish, the London Shabumpkin, which looks like a calico common goldfish, and the Bristol Shabumpkin, which has a long flowy tail like a comet, but it's rounded and heart shaped. And that is the Shabumpkin goldfish, which I have two of that I'm growing out from my pond. Very, very beautiful goldfish. So those are your regular bodied goldfish. Now we're going to get into the fancier goldfish, which I'm more of a fan of, but I do love the Shabumpkins. So let's talk about the fancy goldfish. Up first, we've got the Ryukin. Now, Ryukin goldfish are recognizable from their egg-shaped body and high shoulder hump. It is difficult to determine how tall their hump will be when they are young, and the shoulder hump growth could be influenced by factors like diet, water quality, and quality of the breeding stock. They tend to be taller than long, but can reach 10 inches in length, making them one of the larger varieties of fancy goldfish. Ryukins are hardy for fancy goldfish as well. They are very, very beautiful. I personally love the red and white Ryukins, but the Ryukins also come in calico, red Ryukins, and bicolor Ryukins as well. Up next, we've got my favorite kind of fancy goldfish. We've got the Oranda goldfish, and pictured as my favorite Oranda, pictured as the red cap Oranda. Now, Oranda goldfish have a delicate textured growth on their heads, which is called the wen. The wen continues to grow throughout a fish's life and can begin to obstruct vision. However, the wen does not contain blood vessels and can be trimmed by a professional if needed. Orandas are one of the faster varieties of fancy goldfish, especially when they are young and the wen is small, but they are not efficient swimmers and they do require floating food. However, with that being said, Oranda goldfish are very easy to keep, they're very affordable, and they're very, very pretty. The Oranda goldfish is my favorite type of fancy goldfish. Up next, we've got the Ranchu. Ranchu goldfish are kind of cute as well. So on the screen there, you see a picture of a Ranchu. The Ranchu is known as the king of goldfish. Ranchus have a humpback and no dorsal fin. The hump sits further back than the shoulder hump present in Ryukins. Now, like the Oranda, Ranchus have a wen that grows as they age and can also obstruct vision. I kind of like the Ranchu. Maybe I'll get one in the future. They're very, very pretty as well. Up next, we've got the fantail goldfish. This is a classic fancy goldfish. Now, the fantail is also known as the European Ryukin. Fantails have an egg-shaped body, an elongated dorsal fin, but they lack the shoulder hump present in Ryukins. They have a quadruple tail that looks like a fan when viewed from above. They're one of the easiest fancies to take care of, and they are one of the faster and hardier fancy goldfish. And then we've got the telescope goldfish. And one variety of telescope goldfish is the black moor goldfish, another beautiful goldfish and another one of my favorites. Telescope goldfish are named telescope goldfish because their eyes look like telescope. Very similar care for the telescope as the Ryukin, Oranda, Ranchu, and fantail. And last but not least, we've got the pearl scale goldfish. Now, pearl scale goldfish are one of the most recognizable goldfish due to their thick, domed scales. Here's an interesting fact about pearl scale goldfish. They have calcium deposits on their scales that give them the appearance of small pearls all over their bodies. Their body shape is also incredibly unique as they are shaped similar to a ping pong ball. But they're more of a real fancy type of goldfish. They're not as easy as an Oranda or as a Ranchu or as a Ryukin. So if you want to get a pearl scale goldfish, I would consider keeping the easier types first and then get into the pearl scale goldfish. But like I said, the pearl scale goldfish is very nice looking. So now we know the different types of goldfish. Let's learn about the history of goldfish. So here is some goldfish history as my orange Oranda swims by. All right, so goldfish were domesticated in ancient China from crucian carp. They're both still considered the same species. which is one of the most important farm fish with global aquaculture production of 3.096 million tons of crucian carp in 2018. The appearance of red scales on normally gray or silver crucian carp was first recorded during the Chinese Jin Dynasty, AD 265 to 420. During the Tang Dynasty, AD 618 to 907, goldfish with preferred phenotypes were selected to be raised in ornamental ponds and water gardens. In the Song Dynasty, AD 960 to 1279, the gold yellow variety of goldfish was the symbol of the imperial family, and goldfish became known as the royal fish, while commoners were forbidden to raise these yellow goldfish. The yellow goldfish and goldfish in general was introduced into Japan and Europe at the beginning of the 17th century and introduced to North America in 1850, where it quickly became popular. Because goldfish can produce thousands of eggs and dozens of these small fish can be raised in the same pond, 1,000 years of domestication have been characterized by strong artificial selection. When describing goldfish, Charles Darwin once wrote, "Passing over an almost infinite diversity of color, we met with the most extraordinary modifications of structure," highlighting that goldfish provide a rich resource for investigating the genetics of diverse morphological features. The study of variation under domestication in goldfish supplied Darwin with the idea of selection, whether natural or artificial, as the driving force behind evolution. Over a century ago, William Bateson also considered goldfish promising study material for biological variation. After over 1,000 years of domestication and breeding, hundreds of variants in body shape, fin configuration, eye style, and coloration exist, making goldfish an excellent genetic model system for fish psychology and evolution. Now, the goldfish is one of the longest kept fish in the aquarium hobby. It has a long history in the aquarium hobby, and I just went over it. It is incredible that the goldfish has been around for that long, thousands upon thousands of years. Very, very cool. The next thing to know about goldfish is that goldfish can live in ponds or aquariums. Now, the comic goldfish, the common goldfish, and the shabunkin goldfish, they're better suited for ponds than some of the fancier types. But some of the fancier types can live in ponds as well, like the Ryukin and the Aranda. But some of the more delicate ones, like the telescope and definitely the pearl scale, they're better suited in home aquariums. So in general, it's better safe to say that the common goldfish, the comet, and the shabunkin, and the Oranda and Ryukin are better in ponds, and the other ones can be kept in home aquariums. Generally speaking, because the common, the comet, and the shabunkin can get up to a foot, they belong in ponds with koi. The fancy goldfish are good for home aquariums. The fancy goldfish can be kept in aquarium sizes 55 gallons and up. It's important to note you're going to need superb filtration because goldfish don't have stomachs. So what they eat comes out in poop, and they poop a lot. So you're going to need a really strong filter to handle that. The next fact to know about goldfish: Goldfish are omnivorous, which means they eat both meat and plant matter. So make sure we're giving them meat and vegetables in their diet. When I first got into goldfish a few months ago, I was wondering, is their diet a lot different than other freshwater fish? But in reality, it's not, because goldfish are omnivores. They eat meat and plant matter. So you can feed your goldfish flakes by Tetra. That's a great goldfish food. You can feed them rapashi. That's another great goldfish food. You can feed them Hikari goldfish pellets. That's another good food. And then you can also give them tropical fish flakes as well. And you can feed them raw market shrimp, tilapia, bloodworms, and brine shrimp as well. They will eat just about anything, which is really cool. So keep that in mind, and they will grow quickly as well. So the next fact I have for you is that goldfish do not need a heater in their aquarium. Yes, that's right. Do not purchase an aquarium heater for your goldfish because they don't need it. Goldfish are a cool water fish. If you add a heater to their water, it's going to make their water too warm. And goldfish and warm water don't mix. If you put goldfish in a warm water environment, they're going to be prone to ick, parasites, and potentially an early fatality, an early death. So don't put them in tropical water. Goldfish like cool water, which is generally 68 to maybe 72, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. The next goldfish fact I have for you, this is very important. This is something that I was taught by someone that is very experienced in goldfish. It is recommended not to mix common goldfish with fancy goldfish. And what I mean by that is don't put your typical feeder goldfish with Oranda, for example. Don't put shabumpkins with ryukins, for example, because the common bodied goldfish will eat food a lot faster than the fancier goldfish. So it's very important to know, don't mix the two together. Only keep fancy goldfish with fancy goldfish and regular bodied goldfish like the common and comets and shabumpkins together, because the common bodied goldfish is a lot more aggressive at feeding time, and it can also be fin nippy to the fancy goldfish. So it's very important that we don't mix them. You could keep ryukins with orandas and ranchus with orandas, but don't put them with feeder goldfish or shabumpkins or the like. Just something to be aware of. Also, the common goldfish, they can live with koi. I wouldn't put fancy goldfish with koi, though. Just something to be aware of, because koi can be a little bit more aggressive eaters than fancy goldfish, and your fancy goldfish might not get much food in a koi pond or a koi aquarium. That's just something to be aware of. Garcia Aquatics in the house. Hey, Garcia, how are you? Nice to have you here. Garcia Aquatics here. I love that intro that you do. That is phenomenal. I wish I could have a voiceover for that. That's awesome. I hope you're having a great weekend, Garcia. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Right now is the perfect time for me to take a intermission. Our intermission is being brought to you by Aquatic and Exotic in Stuart, Florida, and my supporter, Little Egypt Aquarium Club, which is founded by Jeremy Stellhorn. They have quality fish food and aquarium supplies. So for you fellow goldfish keepers that are watching this episode, check out littleegyptaquariumclub.com for fish food and aquarium supplies. And get this, Aqua Alex and Jeremy are going to hook you up with a 10% discount by using coupon code Alex. When I come back, I'm gonna tell you 5 more things you should know about goldfish. The fun continues right after this. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you a tropical fish keeper living in South Florida? You need to check out Aquatic and Exotic in Stuart, Florida. Aquatic and Exotic is home to quality freshwater and saltwater tropical fish. You will find African cichlids, South and Central American cichlids, goldfish and koi, and exotic fish. We also supply aquarium supplies like filters and heaters, aquariums, and lights. We also have quality fish food brands. Aquatic and Exotic is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Questions? Give us a call at 772-781-4046. Stop on by and check us out. 1525 A.C.E. Lockhart Street, Stuart, Florida 34994.
Hey fish keepers, Aqua Alex Cardinale here. Proud to announce that I am partnering with Little Egypt Aquarium Club, founded by tropical fish keeper Jeremy Stellhorn from Red Bud, Illinois. Little Egypt Aquarium Club supplies aquarium hobbyists all across the United States with quality aquarium supplies. At Little Egypt Aquarium Club, you will find rapashi, a really good fish food. You'll also find freeze-dried foods, medicated foods, pellets and wafers for your fish, breeding supplies, driftwood, filters, and so much more. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is operated by fish keepers such as Aqua Alex and Jeremy Stellhorn for fish keepers like yourself. You'll get free shipping on orders over $200. And don't forget, you can save money with Aqua Alex. You'll get 10% off your order by using coupon code ALEX. That's right, fish keepers. Bruno, my tiger Oscar behind me, and Aqua Alex want to save you 10%. Use coupon code ALEX to get 10% off your order. Go to littleegyptaquariumclub.com after the show. Happy fish keeping, and go check out Little Egypt Aquarium Club after the show. Welcome back to Aquatic Wetline. Tonight we are talking about 10 things to know about goldfish. Let's get right back into it. Now we're going to talk about goldfish tank mates. What are some good tank mates for goldfish? Now, in my research, I found that is a very controversial topic because some people feel that goldfish shouldn't have any tank mates, considering that goldfish are a cool water species, and not many species can handle 68 to 72 or 74 degrees Fahrenheit. But there are quite a couple of species that can be considered proper tank mates for fancy goldfish. Snails. Aquatic snails are perfect for goldfish aquariums because aquatic snails can eat the leftover food and they will take care of any algae in your aquarium that can be caused by excess nutrients or sunlight that is hitting your aquarium. So snails are great for eating leftover food and algae. Bushy nose and common Plecostomus are also a great goldfish tank mate. They do well with goldfish. Brocious cats, which are a larger Corydoras cat, are great goldfish tank mates. They do well with fancier goldfish. I recommend Brocious Cory cats as a perfect bottom feeder for your goldfish aquarium because the brocious cory cats will eat any of the leftover food that your fancy goldfish miss. So we've got snails, plecos, and the brocious cory cats as possible tank mates. And if you've got a large tank and you've got the regular body shaped goldfish, you can consider a Chinese high fin shark because they'll go great in your pond that you're growing out. The next thing to know about goldfish is that goldfish are extremely popular in the aquarium hobby. Every pet store and every local fish store is going to have goldfish at some point. Now, it may be because of the pandemic, but I've noticed that recently my PetSmart hasn't had any goldfish lately. My Petco has goldfish, but not PetSmart. So it might be a supply chain issue, or it might just be the time of year. But goldfish are extremely popular, and they should be available year-round at fish stores and pet stores. Now, goldfish are also so popular that they're very affordable. You should not pay more than $20 for a juvenile. However, larger goldfish will probably go up in price because they are larger. And a lot of people like larger goldfish, but they're very, very cool fish. And yes, goldfish are a good beginner fish. Beginners just need to realize that goldfish require an aquarium and filtration because these fish produce a lot of waste. The next fact: goldfish are a beginner's fish, and goldfish are a beginner's first fish 9 out of 10 times. You know, I've been doing this for about 9 years now, and I cannot tell you how many guests I've interviewed on Aquatic Wetline and how many of them have told me that a goldfish was the very first fish that they have kept. Either they won a goldfish at a carnival or they bought goldfish at a pet store or a fish store. 90% of the people that I interviewed on Aquatic Wetline when I was doing a audio podcast have told me that goldfish were the fish that got them into the aquarium hobby. It is a very common thing that happens. Goldfish do entice people to come to the aquarium hobby. And I got to tell you, some of the goldfish are absolutely adorable. They're absolutely pretty. They're colorful and they are beautiful. So I can see why people love goldfish. However, there is a strong misconception out there about goldfish. People think it's okay to put them in bowls because that's how they got them at a carnival. And my final topic for tonight's show, and my final fact is this: goldfish don't belong in fish bowls. Do not ever, and I mean ever, put goldfish in a fish bowl. Why? Well, A, it needs oxygen, and filtration is going to provide oxygen. B, goldfish grow extremely large. C, they produce a lot of waste, and that's going to cause a lot of ammonia in that fish bowl, and it's going to cause their goldfish to die. A lot of people who keep goldfish in bowls lose them within days. So please do the right thing, and if you want goldfish, get an aquarium. Now, if you want a goldfish at a carnival, just go to a pet shop and get an aquarium. For the time being, you can get a 20-gallon, a 29-gallon, but eventually you will have to upgrade. But get an aquarium. Goldfish do not belong in bowls. I cannot stress this enough because they will just end up dying in a bowl. Now, the reason why people get the misconception that goldfish can live in bowls is because in China they have goldfish and koi shows. And in those goldfish and koi shows, they keep their smaller, fancier goldfish in bowls during the show. And yes, they will last quite a while during the show in bowls. but they're not a permanent home. They're only in those bowls temporarily. So please do not keep goldfish in aquarium bowls. Hopefully I stressed that enough because it's a very important topic. All right, I think I covered everything on goldfish. Should you have any questions on goldfish, feel free to post them in the comments, and I will be sure to answer your questions. Man, I've had a great time talking about goldfish. I want to thank everyone that came out and watched today's show. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Aquatic Wetline, and I hope you enjoyed learning about goldfish. Now, fish keepers, I want to invite you to my 9-year YouTube anniversary, airing live Monday, March 6, 2023, and Tuesday, March 7th, 2023, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Why? Well, because on both nights, I'm going to do an online fish store unboxing. On Monday, March 6th, I'm going to unbox some fancy goldfish from Live Aquaria. But what kind of fancy goldfish? And on Tuesday, I'm going to do an unboxing from Imperial Aquatics. But what fish did I get from Imperial Aquatics? You'll have to find out. And there will be some more fishy surprises on my 9-year YouTube anniversary. So check out my 9-year YouTube anniversary, Monday, March 6th, and Tuesday, March 7th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on my YouTube channel, American Alex Cardinale. And fish keepers, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, American Alex Cardinale, to see updates on my fancy goldfish tank and all my aquariums, and definitely my goldfish and koi pond. With that being said, I hope you all have a great weekend, and thank you so much for watching this video. Happy fish keeping, and please share this video on social media so goldfish hobbyists and potential goldfish hobbyists can see it. Happy fish keeping, and tank on, everybody.
Pull the trigger, ride the bullet, cut the cold wrapped around your neck.